Hello, good morning and welcome back to the garden. It's been a while since we've been down here and we really felt like we needed a break from some of the building work in the house, and so we are having a day off of building and a day on of gardening. We've got quite a few bits and pieces to do. There's lots of harvesting because we're kind of nearing the end of summer and the end of the fruiting crops. We've got a few things to plant and a few things to update you on as well. Yep.
So when you do the tomatoes, the wheelbarrow is there for waste.
Okay, cool.
The bucket, because I don't think it will all fit in the bucket.
Probably not, no. That's not bad.
It's not finished. For my leftover potato. Oh, there's another potato plant that popped up. These pole beans aren't really pole beans.
No, I didn't think they were either. They look very small.
Bushy.
So our earlier season tomatoes did amazingly well. These late season ones, not so much. I don't know if that's blight or sun damage or both. But yeah, these ones are not so good. So I'd say we've had mixed luck with tomatoes this year. The ones behind me were our first batch. Many of those were from plants that we bought and they did really well. We got them going early, so it meant we had a nice harvest early, which we've turned into pasta sauces and stuff like that. The ones over here we did from seed and they took forever to get going, but they did eventually grow, and we've managed to get some nice fruit just now. These ones were a bit of a backup plan. There were some small plants with some small cherry tomatoes on already, but the plants didn't look in great condition, but they were on, I think they were on special offer or something at the garden centre. So we were like, we will let them fulfill their tomato destiny and we'll put them in the ground. But they'd never really got going, and I think they've just been attacked by the sun. I think we have got some blight around as well, so these ones did not do so well. The first harvest we got off them were really, really sweet, really tasty. So I had high hopes, but now not so good. You've done an excellent job with the herb garden, my love. So what did you pull out of here?
A couple of different kinds of basil, which we'll use to make pesto, but I've left enough so we should still get some fresh basil in the next 3 weeks. This one that's done right down to the ground is a Thai basil, because I think it's not going to do so well. Trim back the 2 echinaceas, the calendula, the lemon verbena. I have not touched the thyme, and going to take out all the chives that I can, tidy these guys up.
Yeah, the herbs have done really, really well. We put in some tiny plants in here earlier in the year, and they just grew huge. We've had loads of fresh herbs, which is something I really love to cook with. The other day I actually took a whole load of chives, even though it looks like there's still loads left, and we chopped them up and froze them. So it's a really great way of preserving herbs, so they still have that kind of freshness. You can do the same kind of thing with parsley. Basil doesn't freeze very well. All the kind of woody herbs like rosemary and thyme and stuff like that are good for drying. I think we're probably going to dry some of the lemon verbena as well, although we've still got loads of it in a jar on the shelf. So if you have any suggestions of what to do with lemon verbena, please let us know. I actually had some on a chocolate cake recently and that was very tasty, but we've got loads of it and I really shouldn't eat that much cake. No, just 3 small ones. Is it an asparagus Christmas tree?
Almost. I mean, a bit wrong time of year, right?
Can you explain why this plant has got berries on it and none of the others have?
So someone, one of you lovely people out there, left a comment to tell us that this is a female asparagus plant. The ones that don't get berries are the boys. And you can harvest the berries and dry them up, and then you can grow from seed again. And if you let them all drop, then a load of asparagus plants will come up where the berries have dropped and gone into the ground. So I'm going to try it and see if it works. I mean, we don't really need any more asparagus, but I like trying things, so we'll give it a go.
I guess we can give the seeds away to friends if
Yeah, exactly.
we don't need them.
I'll just pull the fronds off because it's easier. But yeah, there's lots. We did the same, I guess, with our coriander plant. We let it go to seed. They actually dried mostly on the plant, and then we're going to harvest all those seeds and use them in cooking.
Or make more coriander plants.
Maybe we'll make another coriander plant. Look at all those, like, that's a lot of asparagus babies coming.
Asparagus babies. Right, let's see about these Fresnos. There's a lot of chilies, my friends. So chili wise, we've got some hot padrons which we've left on the plant to go red. We did a load of those last year and they were really, really tasty. Turned them into sriracha along with some cayenne peppers. We don't have any cayennes this year, but we do have these Fresno, orange Fresno chilies. They're kind of like a jalapeno, but a bit more rich in flavour. And I don't know how many we just got off that one plant, but many. It looks like some of this spinach is already bolting.
No, really?
Yeah.
Maybe put the spinach there in the, under here, then it won't get as much sun.
Well, I've started here now.
Well, why don't you do half and half then?
Let's do half and half.
We can experiment with having some of it in the shade.
There's 2 varieties as well, isn't it?
3, I even think.
Oh,
I can't
3.
remember. It was a long time ago I seeded that. How far apart?
15 centimetres.
What did you say about the lettuce?
Some of them are suffering
Yeah.
in the sun. It's 2 together there.
So, turns out when you put loofahs on a trellis, they do really, really well. We have 4 plants here. We did lose the cucumber plants that were planted next to this trellis, 2 voles, but all the loofahs have taken off. They are still flowering, though mostly just male flowers now. And when they started flowering, because I know how difficult loofahs are to grow, I was hand pollinating, so I was out here every morning taking off a male flower and going around and pollinating the female flowers. I don't think I needed to, but you know, I was guaranteeing success, because check out these guys. It seems there's 2 varieties, which I didn't know about, but look at that, like that's the size of my arm. And I can't get one hand around it.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yes, there is. That one's the biggest, I think. Though it was not the first one to come out. I think this one was the first one.
There's just so many of them.
I've counted about 16 or 18. I think it's too late in the season for a couple of these little ones. But I don't really know, because sometimes we have a really hot sprint in sort of late September, October. So we're just going to leave them all in case they all do really well. I mean, there's another one as long as my arm. And these ones came on really late, but in the hot part, so they've just grown really fast.
And so what's the idea? You leave them to dry out on the plant, and then it's a back scratchy, washy thing?
Yeah, exactly. And we'll video it when we harvest them out, but basically they will dry on the plant. You take the husk off. Inside there is this long, the thing that you would know as a loofah that you've seen, and inside of that is a whole load of seeds, which you then seed save for the next year. But the inside part, which is the loofah sponge, you just cut it up into pieces and use it for your dishes or in the shower or anything else. I'm actually going to try and make soap next year, and then I'd like to find a way of encasing the soap in the loofah so that you can have kind of a soap and a rope in a loofah in the shower. Oh, this is another big one. He's touching the ground, so I had to move him out of the way.
Oh wow, yeah.
He's big.
So, a success.
Yeah, I am very happy with this. He's not tall enough, so we may have to make some adjustments if I want to grow loofahs again. I think this trellis will come in really handy for peas though. When these are done, maybe that's what we'll plant along here.
So there we go, a nice morning of gardening and a pretty impressive harvest for the end of the summer. And actually there's still more that could potentially come out in a few weeks' time. A few more tomatoes, quite a lot more peppers. We've not had many beans so far, so there should be quite a lot more of that to come. We've got some sprouting broccoli, a bunch of cabbage, red cabbage, white cabbage, hearting cabbage, loads of stuff. Anyway, that was a nice break from being stuck in the house doing a load of dusty building work. I hope you enjoyed it too. We certainly did. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.